I'm now live. So my father would have things like this. Sometimes they were big buckets, baskets full of beads and necklaces he was working on. Other times they were, a saucer, a small saucer. He was working, with beads with a necklace he was working on. And then they'd get put away because we'd have dinner or something would happen and they'd all get put in another thing and all get tangled up. So there's a gob of things. There's at least two necklaces that, Cat, I can't deal with you. Two necklaces that are started or finished rather. Ooh, this one has a skull, a two-headed skull on it. So now this one, see, this is a necklace he started. Cat, I can't deal with you. Down. Okay, I want a piece of paper. So he started this one, and he may have started this one, or this might be just things that are caught in it. But my job is to put these things in separate bins. So let me see if I can do that. So this, again, looks like it was started and got tangled up in all of this stuff. So Dad, was this supposed to be part of it? Oh, $42. Something was $42. Aha, look at this. I'm detangling something. Okay, so here, oops. This is the start of something big. So it's like a little skeleton with sort of dreadlocky hairdo, a double-headed Siamese skeleton skull head with freshwater pearls and a couple of pieces of stone. Or a ponytail. I mean, that's what's neat about this. You don't have to have it be anything other than this. Cat, down. It goes in here all by itself. Now these partially built ones I'm putting in a separate bin because I think that I might be able to buy them from the brothers and maybe turn them into something. Aha, look at this. My dad made an earring for a one-eared person. This is for Van Gogh. Van Gogh, this is for you. An earring for you. So that's an earring. This might have been the start of something big or to be added to something small. Here's another earring that he did not make. Okay, let's grab another gob. Okay, this piece come on, Dad. What were you thinking? Okay, so this piece is really quite colorful and fun. Matches my shirt kind of. Now it doesn't match my shirt at all, Pierre. What are you thinking? So this piece, this is essentially done. It just needs to be a little hook be put on it. So, but it isn't finished, so that goes in one of these bags. Matches the bags, baggy color. Come on, get in there. Okay, what else do we have? Aha! Here's another one that was begun, but never finished. It has a tusk, some snake vertebra, a little clay bead of some sort, bone, carved bone. And again, this very complicated knotting that he liked. So that goes in here. I had put a bunch of these things in drawers already, but I did not tackle this gob because it's too much. So now here, this is the start of something. That's as far as he got. This, he made a bunch of these, and these were, he had some shells that had closures on them, clams that were trimmed in metal, and he made them for pillboxes. And this one was a different kind of a shell, but again, this is finished, I think. So it goes in there. Here's something that was started. Okay, Pierre, am I going to even try to untangle these? Is this one, or is this like 6 that are put together? Okay, I think I'm going to leave that one for another day. He started using fishing line to put these things together because wouldn't always work. Oh, look at this one. This is for your. This is for you, the Christians out there that want to have your crucifixes around in your cleavage. Come on. So this was the start. Or is this done? Okay, done. So there's a bunch of crucifixes on this thing, but I don't know. I gave my dad a bunch of chains that I got in an antique shop, and I wonder if he was trying to use those. Again, I'm not quite sure what this is. If this is something he started or something that he bought that had these things all together. It's quite possible that, you know, in his bead shop you visit, someone would have put all of their crucifixes together. Tied them up in this little happy string. Okay, what do we have here? I recognize his knotting. See, then there's things like this. You know, this is the raw materials he'd buy. He'd buy some strings of beads like this, and then break them apart, and then take 3 of them out of that to make into his collages. This thing, these all look like they were part of one piece. What do you think? Add to shopping cart, $1 million. This is supposed to be a bird with a little olive branch or a gold wreath, not an olive branch. You see all of these, this is things he started. And this is part of a necklace as far as he got. Now see, this is what I want to do with them. You know, my brothers probably don't want to do anything with this thing, but I thought it would be really, really fun if I were to take a bunch of things like this and wrap them around a sphere, like a bowling ball, not a bowling, well, maybe a bowling ball or a softball, and just make this sphere of these things with this, not completely a glob. There'd be some clear suede or leather bits showing, but that way you don't have to have cleavage to appreciate them. You'd be able to sort of, oh, here's another cross. See, he started making this one. That's as far as he got. Here's another one with his beads. Here's another necklace that just has the raw materials. So again, he would go to a store, you know, in New York, and he would buy a string of beads. It's an earring. He'd buy this for I don't know how many dollars. And then, so, you know, things like this, I don't know what to do with. Look at this one he started. This is the start of a necklace. He'd take a piece of suede, where's this cloth, a piece of cotton, and that's the beginning. What was going to be added to it, I don't know. Here's another beginning. You know, maybe I'll do this at the lake. One of my corners at the lake house is sort of my homage to my dad's work, and there's another area that's an homage to my mother and one to my grandparents, both my grandparents. And I am thinking that, you know, a little corner, it doesn't have to be too big. I could just have a bunch of these things just hanging. So here's another necklace that was started as its little, here's your little pill box. You didn't get very far on that one. Here's the start of something. Right here. As far as this one got. What do you think? Ooh, I like this one. And this one, this is one of the ones where he started to do it, one of his early ones, and it just didn't work because of the material. So here, this is, he found a twig, a wooden twig, and he started wrapping it with wire. But the wooden twig, I mean, this is all sort of connected together, but the wooden twig broke. So unfortunately, that one would not have lasted long. Oh, look at this, a little cute poodle. Oh, cute poodle. Is this part of this one? Dad. Here's one that didn't get very far. I wonder if I need to like decide that. Okay, so here's one that's finished. Doodle. It's a double Wells bead. Okay, double. So my dad made this bead, and he made this bead, and he tied it to a string, and he put a price tag on it. $39. Add to shopping cart. Here's another one that has a price tag. Let's see if I can untangle this. Dad, is this as far as you went on this one? Rhinestone cluster with brass cubes. $40. Look at that. Milady, this would look so nice at the fete if you just wore this with your powder blue dress. Milady. The old queen. What do you know about fashion? What do you know about what dames like? I'm intrigued by this thing, because this, I think, was going to be something big. It's going to be big. Okay, so this is going to be big. So how does it work? Are there two here? Here's an end. See, this is probably going to be, going up toward the neck, and then it was going to divide up into these. It's like a meteorite coming into Earth and breaking up into bits. There. See, this wasn't even part of that. See, I like this one, Dad. Remember this? I'm going to put the ones that I want. Okay, so that means this is not part of that one. See, this is one all by itself. I proved by geometric logic that a duplicate key existed. Strawberries. Right, Captain Queeg. I notice that you're playing with your balls, Captain Queeg. Could you explain to me what you're doing? This one. See, this one is almost done. This is another one for Milady's fete. This is not coming undone though, is it? Where is the end of it? The end is right here. Maybe. Unclasp it. Come on, unclasp. Milady, let me help you with that. There's that famous scene. What's his name? Flaubert? No, Balzac. Balzac? Cousin Bet, where she's going to kill her sister-in-law by putting poison on the clasp of her necklace and make sure that it pricks her on the back of the neck. And because she wants to marry her cousin's husband instead. So she needs to get the cousin out of the way, and turns out that the cousin's husband's helps her on with her necklace, and it pricks her, and she pricks him too, so they both end up dying. And the description of the death of these two women in the novel is just amazing, how descriptively awful it is. It describes, that the body is covered with sores that itch, and the sores are yellow and exuding pus and just nastiness. There's he went to his thesaurus and found every nasty possible description of every possible disease and put them all into this one thing that they were suffering from. And the piece of the sentence that I remember, the description that I remembered, was that they were both lying in the hospital side by side and they were itching their nasty sores, and their fingernails fell off into the skin. And just that alone made me want to throw up. So here's the start of something. And here's a little start of something else, little Easter Island start. So I wonder if these two were going to go together. Or maybe these three. Put that over here. Are these all part of one thing? This one too, the little ivory turtle. See, this one, little something else. So I don't know, Dad. What are you thinking? What was your plan? These look like little marshmallows. Come on, done. It's just one little string. This is like the marshmallow thing. I think he's using wire here again because the waxed linen would. Okay, Dad. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? So here's another one. Look at this. It's a little sort of a start with a piece of leather. Let's start with a crucifix. Let's start with a. This is one of the Thai fingernails you put on. You dance. Scratch your sores. When they fall out. And you just put on a new one. Put on a different fingernail. This looked like it was going to be the start of something. Why is this connected to it though? Hey Tasha, how are ya? I'm trying to sort out some of my dad's necklaces here. Necklace parts. These generally are not finished. But I found the start of many. Oh. Your scissors got caught in the mix. I'm trying not to break. Break any strings or cut any strings, but this pair of scissors he probably wore around his neck because it does have a string on it. This is what he'd use to cut the strings as he was making these things. So how's married life treating you, Tasha? Are you still happily married? Suraj's birthday today. I thought he'd show up. He's very jealous, envious or something of I did when it was Kesh's birthday. I had a happy birthday Kesh broadcast, and so he made me remember when his birthday was. Good. So here's the start of another thing that my dad was working on, but clearly he didn't finish that one either. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the following as soon as I seal this up. I'm going to put this big gob on the floor. Okay, on the floor. Oh, well, that's great. I'm glad you're argument free for the moment. Okay, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to put I just want to show you something. So in the basement, we have drawers like this that are divided into 3 or 2 or not divided at all. And they're about 2 inches deep. Some are about 4 inches deep. There's maybe 24 drawers. And they're full of beads and full of jewelry that have been started, and a few that might be finished. So these beads that I put in this drawer were all things that had been started and not finished, but they all were relatively similar. Big, heavy beads. And I thought I would keep them like this. And my brother said, no, I have to put them in baggies, individual baggies. Here's a snake vertebrae. To put them into baggies. Here's the start of a necklace. So he took this piece of a crab and started adding string. I have a feeling he wasn't going to do anything more with this, but this cracks me up as it stands. These are, oh, this is a finished one. These are using his beads, the beads he would make out of ceramics. This is not finished, but this is another bead he made. Pearls and face. Okay, Todd, can I put both of these in one? Do you think I could do that? They're all of a type. He's not going to want me to do that, but I'm just going to do it. Hell with it, Todd. One, two, three. Four, 5, 6. These drawers are quite lovely, and if I was able to get them to Boston, I would. See, now this and this, I think I can put these together, Todd. Two empty boxes. Okay, what's this, Dad? That was the start of something. I mean, look at this. He manages old eyes to put those together. Tie them with a ribbon and throw them in the deep blue sea. Okay, what do we do with this? Okay, here's another fun one. This is a little samurai sword or wise Buddha or something. Ooh, this one has just a big old rock and then sparkly little baby rocks next to it. And this one just has a big old rock with nothing. I think I'm going to put both of those together. Jingle bells. Up at the lake, I gave my dad, tied a present I gave him with little line that had two little cast iron anchors on them, on it, and he made a little kind of necklace thing out of those together. And they're up at the lake now. Okay, what about this? I like the way that one sounds. Come on, stick. Whatever. So this one he probably started to make and then didn't like it and then cut all of the pieces off. I'm going to save that. Still here, Tasha? Okay, get in the bag. In the bag. Okay, one down, two down. Oh. How am I going to get this apart? Start of something. Another one like this he started. pocket watch case. Or a snuff box. Made it look like a pocket watch. Oh, it's compact. Oh, I was saying, this is kind of neat, and it's a oh, broken skull. Well, they are. There's a big pile of them, that's for sure. Whether they're pretty or not is another thing altogether. So this one, some of these look like they are the raw materials, and other ones look like they were started to be strung up. And some of them I can't tell. I think this is the start of something, but come on, Dad, what were you thinking? Here's another start. It's kind of neat. Oh, neat. Rock shops are fun. Okay, now is this something he started and it didn't go anywhere, or is this something that? No, see this he started, so this is part of a drop. This is raw material. This is something that he started. Can I get the rest of it apart? How many things are together here? Okay, look at that. It's almost apart. Come on. This is one long, very thin strand. I'm putting those up there because I want to save those for a different purpose. If I can get my brothers to go along with it, that is. Here's a pair of my dad's glasses that got tangled up in his jewelry. The body of Wills Gustafson was found yesterday in a mountain of jewelry. It appears that his glasses got caught. And in his struggling, he just got more and more entangled until look at this. Until he was choked to death by beads and bangles and buttons and bows. Well, I am making some headway in the detanglement here. But I sort of don't want to, I don't want to just untangle raw material. They can stay tangled. I want to extract from this actual things he began to make. Oh, there are beads flying off. I can hear them bouncing around the wall. Now this is one that he had finished and later it broke and he resorted to this is like what Betty Rubble would wear in the Flintstones. Okay, is this just a stick pin, Dad? Is that what you're doing here? Is this just stuck on this? Look at this. It's a little hat pin. My father sat, and with his eyeballs in his fingers, he put all of these things together. I can barely tie my own fucking shoes. Barely tie my own shoes. Okay, this might be, oh, no, it's not quite complete. Oh. There's this thing. I can't imagine my father using any part of this. It's just too gold and pearly. Here he started on this one. Oh, it's done. Boy, this is a little tiny neck. I bet Russell could wear this. Russell's neck is that thin. Russell, you know